What to do when you get discouraged. So Kim Kardashian, George Washington, and yes, even Rocky Balboa all faced it. And it's discouragement. Discouragement is part of being human. And it's not a matter of if you face discouragement, it's just a matter of when. And if you're a person that has a success strategy to deal with that, you're going to have an edge in the workplace, and so will your team and your organization. So I'm going to give you a couple of ideas today to help you reignite your enthusiasm and motivation when you face discouragement. So number one is when you face discouragement is to think about what you can do to serve someone else. Now I know that might be kind of weird, but discouragement can really fester when we focus on ourselves and our own problem and our own feelings and just sort of cycle around that. And sometimes one of the strategies when you feel discouraged is what can I do for my team, my coworkers, my boss, or maybe even outside of work in a philanthropic way. What can I do to serve someone else? And watch how that can ignite the own spark within your workday just by changing that focus from an internal place to an external place in terms of how you can serve others. Number two, remember you're not a one-trick pony. You are diversified. In fact, your career isn't based on a one-time situation or a one-time event, and discouragement can be triggered by maybe something that didn't go right at work or a project or something that happened to you even. But the key is to think of it more holistically, and this can help raise your enthusiasm as well. And in fact, when it comes to your career, the word career has French origins from the 16th century, which goes back to path or even a race course, meaning that like your career is a journey that happens over a long period of time, and there's going to be ups and downs, but your success is ultimately viewed, at least what I'm hoping is viewed for yourself, over a longer term trajectory than a one-time thing. And it's kind of like a stock, right? You don't invest everything in one stock, you invest it in multiple for a more diversification strategy when it comes to success. So remember when you're feeling discouraged that you're not a one-trick pony. And number three, a really important one is when you feel discouraged, consider what is the call to action. So ask yourself, what is the call to action? And oftentimes it's a new action that maybe you haven't taken before, and it's a wake-up call maybe that something that happened in the past isn't working now and something just needs to change. So maybe evaluate your schedule, your habits, your project, who you're working with on the team. There are a lot of things to consider, but just consider making one small modification and notice how just that particular new action can create more enthusiasm and help you overcome discouragement. Then the bonus tip here, that's not one of the three, but sometimes discouragement is a sign that you just need to sleep a little bit. Sometimes after you get a good night's rest, you wake up the next day, speaking from personal experience, and you don't feel discouraged anymore because your body's more well rested, you've got more capacity to see the big picture, and things just seem easier. So maybe even try that first. Get a good night's rest and notice how that can help you overcome the discouragement. So stay tuned because next week I'm going to be going over 5 strategies to get your most difficult, tough, gotta do work done. Thanks.